Recording has begun on Humor is Cheaper Than Therapy podcast, number 1. And this is official. So
Cool.
get cracking.
Girls are here from Montana.
Minnesota is being
And Minnesota.
represented.
Woohoo!
The mic just fell over.
My stand is kind of weird too. It drives me crazy. It's got to be just right or it's going to flip.
Okay,
And we
mine
all have
doesn't do that.
But we have the same thing,
Right.
don't we?
Right.
I'm trying to
But-
figure out a way to tighten it.
Mm. Oh, you mean the head flops down or something?
Yes. It either
Dad
flaps
fixed
down or
mine
back.
today.
Good.
Okay, mine's really tight. Yeah, you need a little bit of what is it? It looks like a Phillips. Should be able to tighten that up.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Who's Philip?
Philip? I don't
Haven't
know.
met him. Okay, well, we're going to start today's podcast with the story of how the podcast started.
I love it. If I remember correctly, it started because y'all were at dinner, some group from work, and somebody introduced Mom to podcasting.
Yes. I had found the podcast, My Favorite Murder, with Karen Kilgariff and Georgia Hartstark. And I then introduced it to Mom and Jackie. And we all became super obsessed with it overnight, which then made Mom super obsessed with starting our own podcast. So all of us gals from work, Mom, myself, Jackie, Karen, Cameo, and Karen's daughter Brooke went to dinner at Olive Garden one night. And we were just doing what we normally do, sitting around the table, complaining about work, complaining about tenants. And Mom said, we need to start a podcast and we need to do it about our tenants. And so I believe it was Jackie who brought out her phone, turned it on record, set it in the middle of the table, and we just started talking about just everything. And then the little waiter dude came by to put cheese on our salad and asked if we wanted to have cheese on top. And that's where the first name for our podcast came to be, Cheese on Top.
I would have loved to
so-
have seen his reaction because I know you guys giggled like crazy,
Yeah, and does Jackie still have that recording?
right?
I do not know if she still has that recording. We will have to ask her. If I remember correctly, it did not turn out well because it was just a phone in the middle of the table in the middle of a very busy restaurant at dinner time.
Sure.
A lot of background noise.
Yeah. A lot of background noise. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes,
fast
so-
forward, unless you're not done, Margot.
Nope. I'm done.
All right. Fast forward to, what year was it? Was it 2018? It must have been.
It had to
Summer
have been.
2018. Mm-hmm. When the Montana girls come to Minnesota for Uncle Gary's, is it 70th birthday?
I think so. I think it was.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. And as we carpool out to the Kendall farm, we start the giggles. And I don't think we talked anything about podcasting at all, but we had a nice drive with Margot, Mom, me, and Brian. And then we get to Kelly's, drop off Auntie Margot, head out to Little Falls, and that's where the fun begins. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
did
cut
you
out
drop
that long
Auntie
pause.
Margot off here?
Yeah,
No,
I
she
think
was-
Kimmy came and picked her up, didn't she?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Because
Oh,
we had
yes,
initially spent one night in New London there. Yeah.
Yes. And
That's
that's when I tried to have her take her toboggan and she couldn't fit it in her truck.
How can you not get a toboggan in a truck?
Mom, it's like 8 feet long.
It's really big. I don't know why she would even want it or why you still have it. Sentimental value?
Nostalgia, I guess. Nostalgia all the way
Yeah.
around, I would guess.
Okay.
Me, it's just, what am I going to do with it?
Must have been some really good memories. So I can see why she would want it.
Yes. Okay. And yes. And then on our trip to Little Falls, we started looking up random things because
We
of our
sure did.
conversations and thought, wow, this is fun because we get a little silly when we're together.
We always laugh. Yes.
That's
for
laugh,
sure.
laugh, laugh.
I wish it was recorded. I mean, It was incredible. And we took as many notes as we could. But oh my gosh, you guys remember stopping at that Walmart to get the helium and that cashier dude saying, "Don't huff this helium"?
Yes.
See- Brian and I stayed out at the car. You guys went in.
Oh, that's right. It was ridiculous. I just couldn't believe it. We just buying a helium tank because we wanted, helium balloons for Uncle Gary. And this kid, he was a kid. He couldn't have been 20. And he's like, I hope you're not going to huff with that.
Looking
Like,
at
wait, what?
you 40-something and 60-something-year-old women saying, I hope you're not going to huff with that. That's hilarious.
I know. That was
Oh,
bizarre.
my goodness. Right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that's how it got started. And now we're going to, and one of the stories I remember is the bitter end, because I thought it meant,
Right. I think, what did you think it meant?
well, I was talking about how I got to the end of my cucumbers because I was in my summer breakfast mode where I eat, and everyone in the world's going to think I'm weird, cucumbers, tomatoes, cottage cheese, and an English muffin for breakfast. And some of my cucumbers had bitter ends. And I said, I wonder if that's where the term bitter end came from. And that's when Margot whipped out her phone and found the Google. And we found out it was a sailor's term.
Yes.
A sailor's term. A sailor's term for what?
Do you remember, Margot?
I'm looking it up here again.
See? She's
See?
whipping out the Google.
Well, I remember it had something to do with how the piece they tied the ropes on was called the bitter, or the end of the rope was called the
Oh,
bitter.
Okay.
It was something like that. And we giggled and we giggled.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. So go ahead, Margot. I can't wait
Yes.
to hear this.
That part of an anchor cable which is a beff or bites and thus remains inboard when a ship is riding at anchor. Pay out a rope to the bitter end means to pay out all the rope.
Ah, okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Not sure why it's bitter. Don't taste it.
Don't taste it. And
It has nothing to do with cucumbers, Kelly.
It does
Nothing.
not. Not a thing.
But it was a great conversation.
Yes, it was. And that sent us on several other conversations, and I wish I could remember all of them.
Well, I took notes when we got back to the hotel, and I do have some, such as duck, duck, gray duck, not goose.
Right.
Right.
95.5% of the country think it's goose, and they are all wrong.
And it's Minnesota. It seems like a Minnesota thing. That's duck, duck, gray duck. However, my husband, born and raised in Duluth, Minnesota, grew up duck, duck, goose. I want to push him down for that. That's wrong.
It is wrong. It is so wrong.
Margot, how do you remember it?
I remember it, Gray Duck.
Okay, because you were young here. So, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that was one thing. I also have a note, pickle in the middle, monkey in the middle, or pig in the middle. Who said that last
Oh,
one?
I don't know. I've always known it
Pig in the
monkey
middle?
Monkey,
Yeah.
monkey in the middle. Right.
Monkey
Totally.
in the middle. Yeah.
Okay. We agree on
Mhm.
that. I don't know who put pig in the middle in there, but probably Brian. We can't forget he was in the car too, chiming in once in a while.
Right?
Our
Yes.
chauffeur.
I'm wondering how he ever got in such a car and involved in a family that's that crazy.
I know. He loves me.
Yes,
As simple as that.
exactly.
We say monkey in the middle, and he says what?
Pig in
I
the
don't
middle.
know if he
We don't
said
know.
that or where it
Someone
came
said
from,
it.
but somebody said pig in the middle.
That's terrible. Okay.
Yes. It's terrible.
I don't,
Well,
I've
it's like
never
the
heard,
if it's a pickle in the middle.
yeah,
Yeah. Pickle in the middle.
Yeah, I've heard that. But pig in the middle, that's not that bad. It's like, is it dog pile or hog pile?
It's
Yeah.
dog pile. Dog.
dog pile.
Well, I've heard hog pile too, because that makes more sense because they do pile in mud.
Margot
don't
can
they?
tell you about puppy piles.
No. Well, wait. I thought you were thinking the other kind of pile.
No,
But if
no,
it's actual
no, no.
puppies, then let's
It
hear
is a
it.
puppy. Well,
No. It's not puppies. It's not. It's where men who are not necessarily gay get together in large groups and hug each other. And they make hug trains and puppy piles. And they just love on each other without it being sexual.
It is a thing.
It is a thing.
Huh.
Yes.
If you could see me, you would see a giant question mark above my head.
Me
I-
too.
I've never heard of this. In fact, I'm pretty sure y'all are making it up.
Nope. It's a thing. There's groups of
Okay.
them. You can sign up for one in Philadelphia.
And it's just for hugging?
It's just for men to gather in a safe place to be able to hug it out
Oh.
in a non-sexual way.
Okay. So what I hear in this explanation is that men just need hugs, gosh darn it, and they'll get it wherever they can.
Yes.
Okay. Hug your man, everybody. Hug him, or else he's going to have to go do a dog pile thing.
Puppy pile
Oh, puppy pile.
and
Okay.
a cuddle train.
Cuddle train. Hug your men. I got to go hug mine right now.
Margot's
I'm
going to
afraid.
take you back to Duck, Duck, Grey Duck here.
Yes. Googled, why do Minnesotans say duck, duck, gray duck?
Oh, here we go.
Yep. One called,
Anka, Anka, gas.
which is translated into duck, duck, goose. The other way is,
Anka, Anka, gra, Anka.
which translates to duck, duck, gray duck. The theory goes that Swedes who played the second version of Gra Anka were the ones that settled in Minnesota. So
Oh,
it's the Swedes.
okay.
It's the Swedes.
Kelly, are you having microphone trouble?
Yes, it tipped.
I could hear it.
Were you laughing?
I don't know.
It was
Probably shook the
it's
table
because
as
she's
I was
Swedish. Oh, we
They
are
say
Swedish.
Minnesota. They say Minnesota is the only state that does that.
Yeah, I'm proud to be a duck duck gray duck girl. Oh,
Amen
t-shirt.
to that. There we go.
T-shirt.
We can start our marketing. I'm proud to be a Duck, Duck, Grey Duck girl. Write that down.
Absolutely, I love it. Doing it.
Should really just have a spreadsheet open for all these things.
Are you on your computer? She's the spreadsheet queen, everybody.
Yes,
Well, you
and
have
you're the
to-
list master.
You have to be on your
You
computer
make
to
it.
do the podcasting.
Yeah.
And Margot just Googles obscure things.
I like that she's our Google master. That's her name. Margot, Google master.
There it is.
I need a badge.
Okay.
Okay, I'll put it on the list.
Okay. Kelly, are you seriously writing these things down?
I just opened a spreadsheet, honest to God. I'm proud.
Okay, because PROUD and Margot, the Google master. One other thing while Kelly's taking delightful notes is I remember her uttering these words. I'm not a hummus girl.
I am not
Back
a
on that
hummus
day.
girl. Okay, new t-shirt.
I'm sure it's because Margot Mom and I were all talking about hummus or something because I love hummus.
Yes. Well, when we went back to the hotel in New London that night after being at the birthday party for everybody with Uncle Gary, we had snacks. And one of the snacks that we had there was black bean hummus.
I remember.
Yes. And that is when Kelly decided that she is not a hummus gal.
She
And
is
then-
not.
And then Dave said something about the hummus.
Yes.
And he also said, oh, yeah, something. Sugar biscuits. What did he say? Because I remember the utterance, there's no drama in lettuce around the same time.
And we were talking about the company that is started out here in New London called Lettuce Abound. And it's a lettuce farm. And he's, got his greenhouses and
Oh,
they sell lettuce all over our grocery stores. And it had
Yes,
to do with
But
that.
didn't the farm, wasn't it a farm of something else or it was something else and then it went to lettuce?
Yes.
right. But
And-
what?
Yeah. What was it before? I don't remember what it was before. And that's when I told my mom, we need to stop managing apartments in dealing with all the drama with tenants
Yes.
because there's no drama in lettuce.
Amen. There's another t-shirt.
Yes. Oh, I love it. I love it.
However, lettuce gets slugs in it and they are gross.
Oh, slimy. Yeah.
Mom and Dad had so many gross bugs in their garden this last year. It almost put me off vegetables. It's
Ooh,
gross.
Ooh.
It's
Now
gross.
that would be a shocker,
Harsh.
Margo.
harsh.
I do remember back when we had our large garden and we grew 95 broccoli plants and to freeze the broccoli. And I got grossed out when I was blanching it to see the worms come to the top. So I had to learn how to deal with broccoli worms.
Ah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It was very. Learned that you take things you can do as the heads are starting to form before the moths come around. You can take pantyhose, the toe end.
Pantyhose.
Save your pantyhose, cut them off.
Yeah.
Cover
yeah.
it because it expands, or you can just go buy the little booty things because they will expand and that'll keep them from worms there. And also before you blanch it, you soak it in salt water. Gets the worms out.
Oh, I use vinegar water.
So
That'd
your
work too.
husband put pantyhose on broccoli buds?
We sure did together.
That I would pay money to see that.
However, how many of you wear pantyhose now?
I wear
Not me.
pantyhose every single day of my life. I have to.
You do. We know.
I do. I have to.
I can't
Princess
remember.
Shelley.
Can't remember
Well,
the last time I put on a pair of
yes.
pantyhose, and I couldn't right now because I have winter legs. It would be weird.
Oh, yeah. Those hairs would be plastered straight up.
Yep.
It happens. Shave every week or else.
Every week,
Okay,
every
so-
day.
No, you'd get razor burn. Owie. But I have to because otherwise okay, we'll get real here. My very sexy support hose would roll down. So I
let
put the
the dog
panties on
in just
over
a
them to
minute.
keep them up. Let the dog in. I want to go back one time really quick because right before Kelly said I'm not a hummus girl, Margo, I wrote down that you said you can make anything out of chickpeas and hummus. Now,
Yes,
My
you can
mic-
make anything out
microphone.
of chickpeas.
yes, I agree. There's a lot you can make out of chickpeas. Man, if I didn't have chickpeas, I don't know what I would eat half the time.
Oh my goodness.
How
I
did we
put
get on
chickpeas in
chickpeas?
everything because
you
they're
went
great.
and let the dog in. They're great. That's what happens when you walk
I'm
away.
not a chickpea girl either.
What a surprise.
Yeah, imagine that.
You can make meringue out of chickpea
Yes.
juice.
What is it? It's got a fun aquafaba. Yes,
Yeah.
aquafaba.
Mm-hmm.
That almost sounds like a color.
Ooh, it does. Aquafaba.
What
Chickpea
color would
juice.
that be?
Well,
Well, it's not a very appealing color.
beige. It's not, and
Yeah.
it's not a very nice looking fluid. You look at it and think,
No.
"Am I really going to make something to eat out of that?"
You can
But
thicken
it's
your
amazing.
gravy with it. You can use it if you're making mashed potatoes. And you
I'll
wanna
just
do-
stick to milk, butter, and flour. It'll work.
It'll work. It'll work. Bring in those cows. Get that udder pus going. I mean, cow excretions.
Cow excretions.
Oh, good
No, I'm
grief,
just
girl.
kidding. There's a place in this world for dairy.
You know darn right.
Where?
Baby cows.
Yes, and at the Kendall residence. We shall honor everybody's choices.
No, this is not an all-inclusive podcast. Sorry. No.
What are you trying to say?
Hey, I represent the meat eaters and milk drinkers in this family. Whew, somebody's
You
got to do it.
proudly.
You know darn right.
Oh, golly.
So, I got a story. So, our last time we visited, we were talking about Valentine's Day. And of course, my husband was here and he heard all our conversation. And I came home on Valentine's Day and in the fridge, dry aging with a fan on it was an $18 ribeye steak that he had cut because he said, you said $18, so here it is. It was
You
good.
put a fan in your refrigerator?
Yeah.
No,
What?
Wait.
A fan?
A fan. Yeah, it's a fan
What's-
made to, because it's drying it. So it dry aged for 24 hours.
Wait.
Typically, you want to go more, but
Oh,
I watch a lot of cooking shows, and the judges never want dry steak, so that doesn't make any sense to me.
so Kelly, can you explain dry aging?
I wish I could. I don't know that I can explain it as well as like Dave or Steve can.
Hold on,
Can our Google
it.
Master find the answer?
She's
We need
going to
music
Google
here.
it, and I'm good. And I
I
feel like
do know
I'm
you
dry
pay-
aging because my skin flakes off, and I have to take oil baths.
Mom is dry
I do know
aging.
you
Oh,
pay-
no.
You pay extra money to get a dry aged steak in a restaurant.
Oh,
What is a dry aged steak? Dry aging is the process by which large cuts of beef are aged. Here's the other problem with that. Meat should be eaten fresh, not aged. It gets maggots. Okay?
let's
All right.
keep reading. Keep reading, Doctor Google.
For anywhere from several weeks to several months
Yes.
before being trimmed and cut into steaks. It's a process that not only helps the steak develop flavor, but it also makes it far more tender than it would be if it was completely fresh. How does it not spoil?
Well, obviously it does.
It's the
not
outs. The longer it goes, yes, you have to cut off the outside edges.
But. So when it's dry aging, it's not in refrigeration?
Yes, it is in
Always was.
refrigeration. We just watched an episode of Bon Appetit, all about dry aging with Brad, and Brad is hilarious. He reminds us of Joe.
Oh,
You better watch whose name you say.
that
on
meat
this.
looks
I
disgusting.
should. Yeah, I probably better
Did you
bleep
look-
that out.
We'll bleep that out. Margot, did you look up a piece of dry aged meat?
Yeah,
Oh,
here,
she's
I'll
going to
share it
send
with
that
you
sucker
guys.
to you.
It's
Yeah.
weird to even
Okay.
see it. Hey, this is an educational podcast. We just learned something new today.
Thank
Thank
you. I
you.
wanted to learn.
I want to
Kendall.
know where you
Hey.
plug. I want to know where you plug in your fan when you put it in your refrigerator.
Yeah.
It's a battery operated fan.
How nice!
Well, that. All right. So
Okay, I'm going to share a picture of my steak.
you already did, I think.
Oh, did
that
I?
was
It was-
Margot.
It was huge.
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean, after Valentine's Day, she sent a picture.
Oh, I did see something about that. Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
I did send it.
Yours, that doesn't look anything like this one.
No.
Well, no, because
Well,
it only
that's
dried.
because
It
they-
only was drying for a day.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that one above Kelly's, that one. I don't like that.
No,
I don't like it at all.
so you don't really eat that
Okay.
outside stuff. You just eat that inner stuff, Kelly.
Well, you just trim
Are you-
off. Like on the one Margot showed, we didn't have to trim any
The
off of ours because
dry-
it was only a day.
You trim off the rotten stuff.
Okay.
You know what's in that little round
Interesting.
bone there?
Well, that's the bone marrow in
That's
there.
bone pus. Yes.
Bone pus.
Um,
Oh.
guys, I had a ham hanging in my freezer room that was shipped here from Spain for Dave's birthday. So
Ham-
we got it in December.
hock.
It was a full leg of ham.
I don't know what a hock versus a leg means.
Chera Serrano ham, something like that it's called. And we had it hanging there until we went and had our vacation with the kids in May and ate it because it was a cured ham, but it was
Ooh. Okay.
not cured with curing salt or anything. It was naturally cured. It was quite interesting, and that they go for anywhere from $700 to $1,500.
Woofda.
And that's why I don't eat it. It's too expensive.
Well, it was a gift. Dave got
Oh,
it. as a
that's
gift.
why.
We didn't buy it. No.
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
It was, and it was fun to try something we would have never tried, or even I never even heard of it. But
You fed that to your
Very cool.
kids.
My
Girl,
kids
children-
bought it.
my children one of them bought it, and they are adults. I don't get to tell them what they can or
And
can't eat anymore.
Yeah, I think that's one cool thing that you and all of your kids, have together, Kelly, is that desire for, experimenting with different foods and going kind of all out. Like I love that in that same month of May, you guys had a chicken cook-off or something.
We did.
Was that what it was?
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah, I think that food and cooking is something that bonds you guys, and I think that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Even though
in our
even though aged meat's really weird.
well, and even in our family text, I mean, that's other than now we have baby pictures coming in all the time because, there's 2 babies there.
Mhm.
The majority of the pictures are food or sharing songs that have touched us. And that's our
That's
family
cool, too.
chat. Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah. Good stuff.
All right, that's enough about meat. Seriously. I do want to point out that back to that day when we got back to the New London Hotel, when we got out of the car and Mom got into the hotel, suddenly she couldn't find her fudge that she just bought like 5 minutes earlier.
Yes, because we had gone to the store where they make the fudge.
Specialty
think
fudge. It's
Somebody
so good.
bought it for me. I don't think I bought it. Did I?
I might have it. I don't know, but why not? Because it's really good fudge. I mean, what is that place? Is that the just country stop in New London?
Yep. Just a little corner gas station, but they
And
make
do
fudge.
they make it there?
I think so. I believe so.
That was really good fudge. But it was funny that between the car and the hotel room, Mom lost her fudge.
Yes. Hmm. We did have fun
I
with
know
that
I giggled
statement.
for a while.
Oh, shoot. T-shirt.
Yes.
Mom lost her fudge.
No. No. Denied. That sounds not nice. But eventually she
Literally-
found it, so that was good. I think it
And
was
that-
buried
oh.
deep in her purse.
Mom
Yes,
lost her
it was
fudge.
in her purse.
Then she found it.
I don't know what's worse, losing it or finding it. Okay.
Yes. We're going to
And-
figure out a place to publish this, and we're probably going to have like 20 subscribers, and they're all going to be relatives, but it's going to be fun.
But what's going to be awesome too is these people are going to write in. So we better get our Facebook and Instagram and everything ready to go. But people are going to write in and say, "Oh my gosh, that reminded me of this story." And we'll have other things to talk about.
Right. Right. And, maybe someday we'll go, "Hey, Chris, come on, tell the story." Or, "Ray, come on, tell the
Right.
story."
Mhm.
So how do we publish this? I'm totally at a loss. Doesn't it
Well, I-
just go on our Humorous Cheaper thing?
I think
can
we
start
can
there.
do it on Facebook. I do believe we can
I
upload it
think
to
we can
Facebook.
start there. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
We can also upload it to our website when we get that going. And then if we want to get it like you guys get all your podcasts, we just need a host. So we just need to do a little more research.
Yeah, I have no idea how to build a website. Nathan is interested, but he says he doesn't have a computer. I ain't buying him a computer. He's 30 years old.
Lord.
Yes.
Right.
He's a big boy. He could get one if he wanted one. Yeah.
If he isn't, the little shit, use it. Oops, probably have to bleep that. No, I don't.
No. We'll put a little disclaimer at the beginning. This podcast has bad words.
I've never considered that one a swear word. Sorry. But anyway,
Okay. We could Google it.
yeah, we could. So
Google it.
we have a family YouTube membership, right? And it's Nathan and Christy and me and Jackie. And I think that's it. I don't know. But so we don't have commercials on YouTube, which is fabulous. And we each take a year to pay for it. Jackie the first year, Christy the second, I'm on the third. And I told Nathan it's his turn next. He goes, "I ain't going to do that." I said, "What do you mean? You're using it." "I don't have to. Christy has it." I'm like, "You brat."
Oh.
Yeah.
Kick him off. Change the password.
Yeah. But Christy still is logged in at their house. So he doesn't really have to.
Hmm.
It's like they're sharing one. I guess Dave and I are sharing one, right?
Right. My point is make sure he can't use yours if he's going to be like that.
Yeah.
Little stinkers.
I
Of
know.
course, this coming from somebody who's using, I don't know whose sling. I don't know whose Amazon Prime. I don't I mean,
Not
if
mine.
anybody wants Vudu or Netflix or Hulu, let me know. I'll give it to you. I'll share too.
Every time I want to get a movie on Vudu, Dad goes, well, then Shelley has to pay for it.
Just buy the movie. They're cheap.
And I'm like, and so?
Yeah, Mom, just buy the movie.
Yeah,
Figure I bought you
rented for what, $5?
No,
I bought you guys
don't-
diapers. You
don't
can
rent
buy
it.
me a movie.
Buy the movie. Totally. Mom, I owe you probably $100,000 for raising me. So you go buy that movie.
Speaking of buying movies, has anyone bought Downton Abbey yet? The movie?
No.
Ugh,
Is it on is it on Vudu?
I don't
What
know.
ab-
I haven't looked
what
yet,
about-
but
Okay. I need to see it too. What about Prime? Or
it
where-
is on Amazon Prime now, so I can get it on
Okay.
there.
Her,
Yeah,
How
her
much is
dad
it?
pays for that.
I don't.
Yeah, but you
I don't
still
know.
have to. Okay. Well, I'll pitch in because I want to see it too. Although I don't use Dad's Amazon Prime, but
Well, I know where you can get the password, and then you can watch it.
have you bought it? Did anybody buy
N-
it?
I haven't yet because I was kind of waiting for someone to do it on Vudu, but no one's
I'll
doing
go do it on
so.
Vudu. I'll go do it.
You
I'll go do
guys,
it on
but
Vudu.
we don't have Ultraviolet on Vudu anymore.
You don't
What is
have. You
that?
can still go buy it on Vudu. You just have to. Like if I bought it
share.
on Vudu, you probably
Okay.
just have to log into me.
There you go. Like I do to watch Bohemian Rhapsody with Shreya. Got it.
Shreya. Yeah, we got this. I will go buy it.
Hopefully we don't get in trouble for all of this sharing stuff when we go public.
You think they don't know? They know. They know.
Right. It's not like back, what were the music things in the day?
Oh yeah.
Where people were getting-
Yeah, and the drummer from Metallica went all bat crap, and yeah, what was the
Yeah.
name of that music sharing? Guess what? I'm gonna
What?
Google it.
Google Master. Please
Google
Google
Master.
what that used to be called. Yes.
You know, there's a word out there that people do that's called blog, BLOG. What does that stand for?
You're sitting next to the Google Master.
Well, I'm not.
It's got a thing. Is that an
It's like an acronym.
Yeah, blog is something like that.
Well, a vlog, a V, like as in Victor,
we know what that
LOG, is
is.
a video log. So,
Mom, it just says a regularly updated website or web page, typically one run by an individual or small group that is written in an informal or conversational style. It doesn't give me the acronym.
So what we're doing is really a web blog or vlog. Or
No,
no,
it's a podcast.
it's
okay.
podcast.
I did find it, Mom. I did find what blog stands for. It's Weblog Online Diary.
Okay.
So Weblog Online Diary. Ta-da.
Okay. So back when I was a child, we locked our diaries. These people broadcast their
Right.
diaries.
Well, but they're selective in what they say sometimes.
Sometimes
Okay.
It's what they're okay to share.
people share
You know.
everything these days.
Well, some do, yes, and they shouldn't. Dirty laundry should not be shared.
Ooh,
Napster.
That's it.
Napster! Yes, that's it.
I have to figure out how to mute my computer and not my.
Thanks for the image, Margot.
Oh, that didn't work.
Yeah, I don't know. Ours goes ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling. I don't know why it does
Oh.
that.
One more time. How did that go?
Never mind.
Just joking. Just joking.
So we have really digressed from the beginning of this podcast.
We
The
have not
beginnings.
digressed.
We really
What we have-
haven't. This
What
is,
we have done is we do what we do, and this was the whole idea, right?
So, if you're interested in listening to four women go down rabbit holes all night long, then this is a podcast for you.
exactly.
I prefer instead of rabbit holes because holes are dark and dank and moist. I prefer we're like frogs
can be.
leaping around lily pads.
Lily pads.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which
All
brings
right.
up another archaic game, Leapfrog.
All right.
Leapfrog. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what we're doing. We're playing leapfrog.
I like it. Just don't
I
let
don't
them
think
frogs
kids
eat
do
my
that anymore.
dragonflies.
What, Mom?
Okay.
I don't think children play Leapfrog anymore.
Well, they
No,
can't.
but remember Frogger?
I never played
Yes.
Ugh.
Frogger.
did not-
Margot,
I
you
could not
remember
get
Frogger.
past the
You
first
hated
round.
it.
Yes.
Oh.
I could not
And then I
play
get
it.
scrunched in the road.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Always got
but
smushed.
Mom, what about Miss Pac-Man?
Well, that's cool.
You guys rocked. I remember when we lived in Annandale, we would go to town so Mom and Dad could play Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man. It was so cool. It was.
At Bernie's bar, I bet.
I don't even remember the name of the bars.
I
'Cause
think it was,
Bernie's-
Cal.
Yep,
It was-
because Bernie's bar had
it
the
Bernie's?
back game room. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I used to skip school and go hang out in the game
But-
room back there.
Oh, I'm trying to think though. Wasn't it in the front?
I think it was in the front. The Pac-Man was.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a game right in the front. Oh,
I
it
know
was
when I
good
worked with
times.
Dad, he and I used to go have lunches in Plymouth at a little bar down the road and play Pac-Man.
See, you guys and your Pac-Man.
Someday I'm going to have a Pac-Man machine. My son-in-law keeps looking for one for me.
I would love to
For
have
real,
a Miss
Cal?
Pac-Man table.
For real, I've been looking for years, Shell. Years. eBay. Levi's been looking. Yep.
There used
I
to be
didn't know
one at the pizza place here in town, the first pizza place, Village Pizza, and now it's not there anymore.
You can find them, but they're like $15,000, and I can't spend $15,000 on a game.
Oh, yikes.
Wow.
That's a lot of dollars.
It is a lot of dollars.
If we could get 15,000 viewers to donate $1, Kelly
Hey.
could get her game.
You got it. There it is.
All right.
There it is right
There
now.
it is.
And then we could do videos of her playing this game.
I'd probably play it 3 times and be done.
But
I'd have it.
All the listeners
Actually-
said, forget that.
Actually, no, I would probably get obsessed. And you'd have to be podcasting with me while I'm playing the game.
And
Oh,
what
like the
would
Friends
those people
episode.
do? What Friends episode?
The Friends episode where Phoebe bought Monica and Chandler I believe it was Pac-Man game.
Oh,
And it was for their engagement gift? Might have been engagement or wedding. And then Chandler spent an entire day winning and getting the name list, of the winners and making them all bad words.
Yeah.
And then what's Ross's son's
Oh.
name? Ben was going to come over and play it, and he was supposed to try to get rid of them all. Yep. I digress to Friends always.
it was Pac-Man.
It was, I think so. Hmm.
Yeah.
That would
Well,
be
if
me.
we ever want to have a Friends trivia off, we'll have Kelly and Sharia on because, wow, she's watched them all numerous times. Poughkeepsie. Why did that pop into my head? Because she says it. What is
I've
Poughkeepsie?
watched about 3 episodes in my life.
Oh, Mom.
It's a good show.
And it was by accident.
Did you slip and fall?
No, I was with
And
someone
watched an
else.
episode?
Someone was watching it, probably your kids. I don't know.
Quite possibly.
Probably.
I think
Mhm.
all of our kids, Shelley, all 8 of them can quote Friends or come up with Friends scenarios.
Well, I think all of my children can do the Brady Bunch or Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, there are 8 and 10 years between us and Margot, so I don't know.
I'll bet she knows Marsha, Marsha, Marsha.
Do you, Margot?
Yes, I do.
Remember that?
Did you?
Okay.
Yes. Did you guys watch the renovation of the Brady house on HGTV?
I saw parts of it. I didn't watch the whole show, but that was pretty cool.
No, I didn't even hear
that was a
about
good
it.
one.
Somebody told me there wasn't a bathroom in that house.
Yeah,
There
That
was a
sounds
bathroom that
familiar.
went between the boys and the girls' rooms.
but I don't think it was an actual
Oh,
because it was a stage, right? They had the front of the house was for filming, but
hmm
the rest of it was stage.
well, of course.
Yeah, the rest of it was at a sound studio.
Right.
Talk about that leapfrog on a lily pad.
Right? Wow. Well, we've been an hour, haven't we? Not quite.
We are at
49.
We have 10 more minutes. But
What?
Shelley has a funny story.
Yes. Okay. So we talked last time about sharing a funny story. You guys, oh my Lanta. Okay. So there we are at lunch, me, Amber, Susie, Mary, and the new girl, Erin. We're just having lunch, knitting, because I'm teaching people how to knit at lunch at work. And Amber just happens to live in the city and she has chickens. And you can have up to 3 chickens. And she tells a story about how, oh shoot, I can't remember the first name. One of them died. And so then the 2 left were Brooklyn and Bailey. And so she tells this story how her husband went out to feed them and it's cold, but he's feeding them. And then Brooklyn pecks Bailey in the face and Bailey whips her head around and smacks it on this tube that comes down that has like their food. And she breaks her own neck and dies. Terrible story, right?
Right.
I know. It's weird. So she researches it and finds out, yeah, their necks are pretty fragile. They can actually do this. But because of that conversation, we're all horrified that this poor chicken killed itself. And her daughter says, no, Brooklyn killed Bailey. It's kind of funny. But we're talking about that. And she talks about how they love the eggs from these chickens. And so then Susie, she's adorable. She's Asian gal, super sweet, very innocent in some ways. And it's so funny. She's like, well, what about those eggs? How do you know they're not fertilized? And Amber's like, well, we don't have a rooster. And she's just looking at her. And Mary chimes in and she's like, but how do you know? And she's like, well, we don't have a rooster. And I look at Susie and Mary and I'm like, well, the egg isn't fertilized. And they're just looking at me like they have no idea what I'm talking about. No idea. It was the funniest thing ever. This isn't even the funny part. But I couldn't get it through their head that chickens actually have to mate. And I looked at Susie and I said, they have to mate. And she just had this big question mark. And I'm like, wow, these city girls, it's hilarious. And then she didn't understand that a chicken might actually have a thing that might come out to mate. It was completely beyond their comprehension. It was the funniest thing. So Mary starts Googling it.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
not Googling that.
Yep.
Sorry.
She starts Googling bird hoo-hoos. Okay. I don't know what the term she used, but so she finds the funniest. You guys aren't going to believe it. Don't Google it if
No.
But she did, and she found an ostrich one, but she didn't say. She showed it to Susie, and Susie's like, "Wow!" And she's like, "Well, that's an ostrich one," and she goes, "No wonder their eggs are so big." And we laughed so hard. I had to stand up and walk away. It was the funniest thing ever. And then I know. And then later that night, Mary texts us in a group, all of us, and she's like, I still can't get over these eggs. How do you know it's not fertilized? And I sent her a picture of a brown egg next to a white egg, and I said, here's a picture, fertilized and unfertilized. Oh, that was Brian's idea. He's awesome. And Amber was on it and she chimes in and she goes, that's not true. I don't have a rooster and all of my eggs are brown. Oh, I had so much fun with these girls. Oh, it was so funny. Oh, anyway.
That is fabulous.
Oh, I know. And then I had to explain, you guys, it's okay to eat eggs. The eggs you're buying in the store, there are no roosters anywhere around. There's no roosters. And I said, and even if there was a rooster involved and it may have been fertilized, because I had to look this up, just to make sure, within 24 to 48 hours, nothing happens. And if they get cold right away, it's still fine. So I educated these girls on the chickens and it was such a blast. I still see her saying, no wonder they're so big. Oh my gosh. And now, of course, you're all going to have to Google ostrich business. Oh my gosh. Nope. Okay.
No. I'm going to stay away
if you
from
start
chicken porn.
Googling, no, no. I'm serious. If you do look up, because geese have a very interesting thing, and there's
So do
weird
ducks.
things.
Ducks
Yes,
do.
Mom. Super
Chris-
weird.
Christy can
Super
tell you
weird.
because she witnessed that when she was about 8 or 9 years old. She'll
All
tell you
right.
what it looks like.
It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, God's got a sense of humor,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the funniest day in a long time. Oh, my
That's-
Atlanta.
Good
So-
stuff. Good stuff.
That was a good story.
But
Thanks
need
for
to-
reminding me, Mom.
People don't really know where food comes from, do they? They go to the
No.
store and they get it. And they don't, they
Mhm.
buy this food. They don't know where it comes from.
Mm-hmm.
They have no idea how much cow crap there is in one of them gutters, do they, Kelly?
Nope. Christy does, though.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm not going to tell that
She
this time. We'll save that
face-planted.
for another one. She face dived in it in
Oh
one
my
once.
gosh.
Mm.
Oh, well, there you
Mhm.
go.
Taught her shit
Seriously,
happens.
people go to the market and they don't know where that stuff comes from.
No. It was really fun to talk about. Maybe next time I'll bring up the time we talked about cows. Next time.
Yes, I like it.
Oh, gal. This was good, you guys.
It was.
This is real stuff. Mm-hmm.
So, are we going to discuss our topic for next time
Ooh,
to
interesting.
intrigue our listeners?
I think that's a great idea. And what should it be?
I don't know. Who's sending all them pictures?
I know it
It's a group effort.
keeps happening, making noises on my computer. I got to figure out how to change that sound.
What's that noise?
Somebody's trying to call us on Messenger.
I
Okay,
think
what
it
now?
Kelly
about
started a
water.
call.
I did not. Did I bump it? I must
You
have.
did.
You did.
Okay.
You did. This is a professional podcast, folks. I wrote down, Mom and Margot were talking about where are you going in case you get a ticket. There's a story behind that. Do you remember? Like, tell me
No.
where you're going in case you don't remember. Okay. Well, that's
No.
not going to work then.
That's not going to work. I do not remember
That
that
is-
conversation.
Okay. Well, we'll work on that offline, but our listeners can be rest assured that it will be funny. There will be laughing involved and maybe a little peeing. We don't know. It's okay to leak.
Not on my couch.
There's.
Get off my couch.
Oh, wow.
All these dinglings on our computers is Kelly's children.
The dinging. Yeah. Yeah. They want their mom and she needs to get off the phone, apparently.
Well,
They're
apparently
sharing
I tried to,
videos.
apparently I tried to call everybody, so oops.
You did. I see that, but
Well,
that's
I-
okay.
And here's what was happening. My phone was here and I was reaching for my little notebook to write notes for next time, and I must have bumped it with my forearm.
Likely
Well,
excuse.
we don't actually have a topic for next time.
Well, then it'll be a mystery.
Mystery topic. I like it.
That's it. Mystery topic, everybody. Be sure to tune in because you are not going to be disappointed.
True story.
Was
You
that
might
convincing?
be.
Maybe just a little. Okay.
All right.
Oh, ladies, as always,
for our
thank you so much.
10,000 people listening, please send Kelly $1.
Yes, we need $1. We'll get an address up on our non-existent website soon.
There we go. Soon.
All right.
Okay. Love you guys.
I love you too. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Love ya.
Love you guys.
Love
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.